I think that, when Michael left Neverland, unfortunately, he lived in a lot of different places, the Middle East, Ireland. He thought of England. He went to Las Vegas. He came back to Los Angeles. I don't know if he ever really settled in and was comfortable anywhere. That's sort of my observation. And all of this, in my opinion, can be traced back to that horrific settlement in 1993. I know the lawyers, particularly Mr. Weitzman, who's signed the settlement agreement and appeared at the press conference to announce it. I know they have their explanations for it. What I find rather interesting is that I'm told that Mr. Branca and Mr. Weitzman are all blaming it on Johnny Cochran. Well, one of the Jackson family members told me recently that Johnny Cochran wanted to try the case and that Weitzman wanted to settle it. I wasn't
I
there.
heard that. I heard that from Steve Manning as well, who was Michael's PR person, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he said that Johnny Cochran wanted to try it as well.
Well, remember also that there was a second settlement that was also done as a confidential settlement, like the Chandler one. That was a Jason Francia settlement. Now, I'd never heard of that till I got into the criminal case. And some people around Michael had been making statements that there was only one settlement, and I found out that there was a second one. And the second one, I don't know if Weitzman was directly involved in it, but it was the same law firm that Weitzman had been a partner in when the Chandler case was settled. I just don't know whether he signed that second agreement or not, or whether he was even at the firm at that point, because at one point he left the Cat and Meacham law firm, and I believe went to work with an entertainment company. That's my recollection. So I don't know if he actually signed that one like he did the first one, but the idea that we'll blame Johnny Cochran, who's now passed away and can't respond,
right.
I find just absurd. They'll come up with explanations for it, that, Michael couldn't withstand a trial or whatever, but none of it holds up, because Michael withstood my trial, he was beat up at the end of it. He looked terrible, but he was there 5 days a week. He was always cooperative with me, always very, very respectful of my views and the views of other members of the legal team.